Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you are new to me and this is the first time you're seeing this face, hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in, the continued support. I really do appreciate it, guys. You guys are fucking awesome. But as you can see from today's style of video, I'm coming to you a little late with this. I know, I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying. But this is my week 31 weekly wrap up. This is from July 28th through August 3rd. So if you'd like to know what I was up to that week and all my reading shenanigans in between, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's find the fuck out. Okay. So just so you guys all know, I've had a few requests of asking like what I'm actually drinking. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's soda, sometimes it's adult beverages. Today it is cream soda Coke. Coke cream soda. That's what it is. Coca-Cola version of cream soda. Because I decided to be a little bougie today. And I love it. So, all right, week 31, July 28th through August 3rd. And what I have read, I completed 2 books that week. So better than other weeks. Not the greatest week I've ever had, but still really, really good. So let's dive right in. The first book I completed, I actually read on my Kindle, and that is Life's a Beach and Then by Julie Roberts. Looks like this. This is the first installment to the Liberty Sands trilogy, and I found this because I was looking for kind of beachy romance reads when I went to St. Croix, and I actually started this book on the plane while I was in St. Croix. It is a contemporary romance. We do feature a miscommunication trope. We all know how Jackie loves those. Open your fucking mouths, people. Open your fucking mouths. Anyway, we also have some triggers for death of a spouse, cancer, euthanasia. Yeah, didn't see that one fucking coming in a contemporary romance. At the fuck all. Surprise baby, lying, because we all know how much I love that. We do have multiple POVs and a cliffhanger ending, as this is the first installment to a trilogy that has to be read in consecutive order. All right, like I said, I read this on my Kindle. I got this on Kindle Unlimited, and I already have the second one. So if that tells you, I had a good time with it. I literally picked up the second one as soon as I finished it. My daughter was sitting there as I finished it. I was like, how the fuck does this thing end like this? Click, buy, mine. That's the routine of what happened after I finished this book. But a little summary about this. We follow Holly, who is a secret vacation blogger reviewing a hotel in Mauritius. I don't know if this is a real fucking place. I didn't actually look that up. I didn't care. But we follow her, and then we also have the Foresters, which are Robert and Rosemary, and they're enjoying some borrowed time in Mauritius, because Rosemary is dying. Okay, and then we also have Philip. So we got 3 main groups of people here. Philip is writing his new book, but no one can know that he's the best-selling author of this book called Maman, because Maman is supposedly written by a female. So we have all of these secrets going, people pretending to be people that they are not, people doing things that they say they are not, making up stories about their past to keep up their backstories, and people hiding their reality because they don't want people to feel bad for them. So a lot of intrigue already laid out in the very opening pages of this book. Now, they all meet and become like a pseudo family, which is really fucking cool. I really enjoy that aspect of the book. We have family, they become pseudo lovers, but the secrets keep leading to this big ball of drama that eventually is going to come to fruition, because we all know what happens when you fucking lie. It always comes out. One way or another, it's going to fucking come out. And all these fucking people are lying. And lying to each other. So, with a cliffhanger out of nowhere, that's how our story goes. So what actually worked in this book, what drew me, and what kept me going and wanting me to pick up the second one the minute I finished it. First off, the environment that Julie Roberts created in this book. I fucking loved it. It was so nice. Now, granted, it was the environment that I was looking for. I wanted a beachy, resort, casual feel, romance. That's what I wanted. Nothing super, super dark. Nothing super, super heavy. Nothing, oh my God, draining on me. Little did I know that I was going to get that anyway, but it was given to me in doses that I could really appreciate. The environment was super inviting. I loved the character dynamics that were created around each individual character. And yes, even though there is lying involved and miscommunication among parts, it was still really, really enjoyable, this environment that she was creating. It was just a nice place to be, and I enjoyed the scenery she was creating, mostly because it looked exactly like what I was looking at in St. Croix, which was really nice. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that fact. A lot, by the way. I really loved Julie Roberts' writing, especially with her juxtaposition of this very smooth, easy environment and the sudden dramatic drops. I mentioned that we have triggers for death of a spouse, euthanasia. If you're not familiar with euthanasia, is that it's the taking of your own life through medical means, going to like a clinic and actually having the doctor literally kill you with your own permission. That's what it is. But really base definition. Sorry, I'm not really up to that. But just having this smooth, easy environment, beachy, feel good, and then you throw in topics like that, or terminal fucking cancer, ending a relationship of 50 plus years, soulmates, tragic backstories. You have all these really dark, life-threatening, life-altering things with this smooth, easy, just feel good, breezy. It was so cool the way she weaved these in. Now, it wasn't like a sudden drop all the time. She did do that drop technique, which I do like. I do like the bomb drop. I think that's stunning when authors do it, and a lot of authors do it well. She did it decently well for me. But what I really enjoyed is when she dropped it, she still dropped it in what looked almost like a cloud pillow. Because you have the sudden bomb drop, but it doesn't hit anything hard. It hits this soft, easy environment with these people that are fluid and can move around and can manipulate the situation to really adapt and kind of overcome what's going on, because they're not being their authentic selves, so they can easily maneuver and work around it. It looks really daunting, it feels daunting, but as you're reading it, it flows so nicely that you don't realize that there's effort and struggle in this book. And I thought that was really, really great. I loved that dichotomy that she created within this world that she had given me, and I thought it was fantastic. I also love the soap opera feel to this. I gotta admit, I was a Sunset Beach girl back in the day. I used to watch that shit like nobody's business, me and my sister would, and I fucking loved it. This gave me all the Sunset Beach feels, okay? All of it. All of it. I just felt at home. I felt like I was back on my couch watching Sunset Beach after Jerry Springer. Like, I got the really crazy fucked up drama, then I got drama that somebody actually thought up, and then just comparing which one was worse. I don't really fucking know, but I love the drama this thing gave me. I love the soap opera technique that it was told in, where we got these windows of people and we just kind of went like this, and the episodic nature of the story. I thought it was fantastic. I thought she did a really, really good job with it, and it kept me going, kept me engaged. When I was getting bored with one person, eventually she segued into somebody else, and then I learned how they're tied in through this secret trick. And then we have some other nuances and layers of dark and twisty and happy and light just thrown in and peppered in. And it was fantastic. I thought she did a fantastic job. For what worked in this book, there was some stuff that didn't work. And this is mostly me. I'm not a big fan of lying. I have a whole video on pet peeves in romance books, and lying is one of them. It's one of the ones I go into a huge deal about. Here's the pet peeve video if you'd like to go watch it. I'm literally bitching for like an hour. If you like watching people bitch, I think it's great. I think it's entertaining. But anyway, I'm not a big fan of liars. Can't fucking stand it, actually. Hate it with an undying passion. I think it's insulting. It's stupid. There's no fucking reason for it. If you can't handle the truth, don't fucking ask the goddamn question. That's kind of my motto for it. So I don't really like lying and concealment in tropes. I do understand in books that it is a mechanic that authors use, and some authors can use it quite well. I feel like the lies that were given in this book were pointless. They weren't necessary. You could have used the real stories and gotten just as much drama, just as much intrigue. However, the big reveals of the lies coming to fruition would have been lost on this. So I do understand why she used the mechanic. I just didn't care for it because they, like I said, they were not justified. The reason for lying didn't justify it. They just weren't strong enough. I needed stronger reasons to justify some of the lies that were being told. Only one of them I kind of understood because I know what it feels like to have somebody pity you, but no. I sort of understood, but I didn't at the same time because I just like, really? Just don't fucking tell them. They don't need to know. You don't have to lie. You still have to fucking tell them. Unless the question comes up, you don't have to fucking... They didn't need to know. And I just... No. I know. There was another thing that was extremely weird in this novel, and I did not catch when this novel was written. I should have looked that up. So I'm not quite for sure, but I know that there's emails and there's cell phones in this book. And I found it very odd, very, very odd that nobody got each other's cell phone numbers. They got each other's emails, but they had cell phones. I just thought that was really weird. And they tried to justify the miscommunication because they didn't have the cell phone number. That doesn't make sense. And one of the reasons I was given was, it's just too real if I take their number. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Did that just really get said? No, I beg to differ. That was dumb. I did not like that. I thought it was stupid. It was stupid. There is a moment in this book where a little bit of our romance has taken place and our author and our vacation blogger have started their romantic entanglements. And I am not an author, okay? I am not. I have never written a story. I mean, I wrote little stories in high school, but I've never written a book to be published. But one thing I know from friends who are authors I have talked to, and just reading in general, that even in fiction, there's some kernel of truth to a lot of authors, especially in the beginning. In the beginning of their career, they tend to pull from their everyday life, whether it's a name, a description of somebody, an instance that's personal to them, something of that nature, okay? I do know a lot of authors do this. There's authors that don't do this, but there's a lot that do, okay? I'm fully aware of this. And I know a lot of people are aware of this, and a lot of people don't fucking care. Because the majority of the time, they don't know who you're talking about, okay? I see memes all the time, don't piss off an author because you're ending up dead in their book. Like, end of story, okay? There is a moment where our author uses an instance between himself and the heroine of the story, and she gets upset about it. She gets upset because she's reviewing the book, but he doesn't know that she's reviewing the book because she does this on the side, and she doesn't know that he's the actual author. So, in theory, she's never supposed to know that he used her experience. It just happened to fall into the right fucking hands. Okay? And it's a fictional book. He has to change and develop things, move scenarios around, have people say those same words, but in a different context, or have the other person say it to make it work for the storyline that he's created. Is it kind of tasteless to use a sexual encounter with someone you just met in a book? I don't know. I mean, I've known authors that literally write about their sex lives. Okay? I didn't like the fact that she got so fucking pissed about it. I just didn't quite understand it because it's like, you did this. You still slept with the man. And yes, he was lying to you. Are you mad that he used the instance? Or are you mad that he lied to you? Because if you knew he was an author, would you have done this? Knowing he might use his own experiences? What are you really fucking mad at? I don't know. And that just bothered the crap out of me. It did. It's a moot point, but it bothered me because I'm just like, I get why you're mad. It's like the idea of sleeping with someone and then them going and bragging about it, or talking about it, and then you hear it from a third party that so-and-so's talking about your hookup. Okay, when you sleep with somebody, that might fucking happen. Want to know why? Because you're dealing with other people. If you don't want to be talked about, don't associate with other fucking people. Like, understand that people are going to talk about people. And is it wrong? Absolutely. But understand that you can't control what they fucking do, only how you react. And I think she overreacted. She just automatically cut everybody out. Don't talk to me. I never want to see you again. Wham. Instead of just saying, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And coming out and saying, I read this openly. Ta-da! It got to the wrong fucking person. You need to fix it. Or something along that nature. You know, I mean, I have friends who have used me as an impersonation as somebody in their books. One of my friends literally designed her main heroine to physically look like me and act like me. She would call me and ask me, if you were in the situation, what would you fucking say? This. Is it in the book now? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, it is. Is that character always the best deemed like? No. No, it's not. But that is her story. And something is based on something. I got it, but I didn't, and it bothered me. And I was just like, why are you pissed off? Maybe it was because if that happened to me, I'd be like, oh my God. Also, nobody knows it's fucking you. Nobody knows except you and the author. Only people that know it's you. Everybody else is speculation. And unless you give fruit to speculation, you give evidence to speculation, then it's still speculation. And people can speculate all the fuck they want. Wanna know why? Because they already fucking are. It just annoyed me. It annoyed me immensely. And the last thing that really didn't work, and this was just because, what the fuck, man? She literally had the cliffhanger of this book mid-sentence. Mid-fucking sentence. She is on a plane, opening something, and the story fucking ends. I read the last paragraph to my daughter, and she's like, you gonna finish it? I did. I did finish it. Mid-fucking sentence. No questions answered, no resolution to any of the fucking drama that you just dumped on me. All my characters are fucking crazy. One of them's not even there anymore because of some freak fucking thing that still, like, what the fuck, man? A, that was fucking dope. 2, holy shit. 3, that was an awkward car ride home. That's all I gotta say on that. But I have to give it to this author. She hooked me. I'm intrigued. I want to pick up the next book. I want to find out how everything resolves and see if all of the truth will wash away the drama or if it will just entice more. I'm anxious to see. So I did already download the second book. Don't know when I'm going to read it, but I did download it. So fingers crossed. As for a spice rating, I gave this a 1 chili pepper. There was a nice little fade to black scene that we got reintegrated with when it was rewritten for the adult scene that was used. But for the most part, it's very minimal adult content. There's some more implied graphicness than there is. I'm hoping in the next book I get a little something extra because that was not enough. It was not. It was not. This book didn't need smut at all. It didn't. But the little bit of romance that I got, I kind of wish I would have gotten a little bit more of that physicality because I liked the chemistry between these two characters and I really like to see that physically represented. I definitely enjoyed the physical, the chemistry that was created between our hero and our heroine. I very much enjoyed that and I wanted to see it on more levels than what I did. I did not appreciate the fade to black, but I understand that this was not a sex book. This is a true romance, but it's in a trilogy. So we'll see how it works out. But all in all, I gave this book a 3.5 star. Even though I did have some issues with it and some gripes, I still had a great time with it and I am excited to continue with it. So there we go. The next book I completed in week 31, right? Yeah, 31, make sure, was Claimed by a Mountain Men by Gemma Weir. Looks like this. You might have recognized the series. I've been reading the series periodically for a while. This is the 4th installment to the Montana Mountain Men series, my series of Alphaholes extraordinaire. Gotta love me some Barnett brothers, guys. Gotta love them. This one features adult language with an almost overuse of the word cunt. Okay, almost. I love that word. It is one of my favorite words, but it was almost too much for me. Almost. And that's a lot. Okay, we do feature some dominant language on the behalf of our alpha hole Penn Barnett. It was very nice, very nice. We also, for lack of a better word, there's sexual assault in this story. However, if you've read any other installments in the series, you understand what it is. But on a tertiary glance, it's straight up sexual assault. Like, this guy literally just force kisses her before she even knows who the fuck he is. Like, legit. So it is on page, just so you're aware. We have extreme dominance. I mean, I'm not saying he is the worst, because I think Bo, the first one, was probably more dominant. But this guy, he's dominant in a different way. Like, he genuinely says in the book, I don't fucking care if she doesn't like it. She's mine, and I'm taking what's mine. Only one of the boys that actually verbally say that. So he's up there on the extreme dominance level. We have gaslighting a lot in this. We also feature a single mom. We also have some triggers for some surrogacy and pregnancy termination. So please be aware of that is brought up in this book. If you are, you don't like dealing with those kind of topics, you're going to be dealing with them. And then we also have cream pies to make a bakery blush. Oh my God. Oh my God. So much. So much. It's dumb. This man should be a dried up husk for as many times as he came in this book. And so should she, for that matter. But, they're not. They're very lubricated. And they stay very hydrated. As I drink my cream soda. All right, so quick summary. We feature Lulu. She is new in town and she is about here to restart her life after being cast out of her family for some seriously difficult choices she had to make regarding a basically favor she was doing for a friend that backfired immensely, but this backfiring caused another life. And it was not just her decision. She was making a decision on behalf of somebody else, and her family not agree. So she has been cast out and she is living with her godmother, Chloe. We also feature Penn, who is a Barnett brother, and he is tired of waiting. He has seen his other brothers find their woman, find their girl, and he is done waiting. He needs to find her now, and if she doesn't like it, tough fucking cookies. He's doing what he wants anyway because he's done fucking waiting. End of story. They literally bump into each other, okay? Lulu is she's gone to law school, but she's not taken the bar. So she is a paralegal in this story at this point, and she's working for the local lawyer in Rockhead Point, which is where the story is set in Montana. And they literally bump into each other. And Penn sees her and doesn't hold a fucking thing back. He doesn't hold emotion, truth, physical, sexual, mental, vocal. He holds nothing back from that day on, and everything is full bore. It is you and me, end of story, deal with it, you're mine, suck it up, Buttercup. I don't even know your fucking name, and I'm gonna stick my tongue down your throat. That's Penn, okay? That's literally their meeting. Now, there is a hiccup because Lulu, when she was cast out of her family, she had a baby. She was having a baby for a friend. She was a surrogate, and the relationship that she was being the surrogate for disintegrated. And instead of terminating the pregnancy, she kept the baby. So Lulu is not an individual. She is a packaged deal. RMF, ready-made family, whatever you want to fucking call it, okay? But she's got baggage. A cute little 6-month baggage named Poppy. I hate that name, by the way. I do. I just pretended it was something else, like Penelope or something. Anyway. But Penn is not deterred by this either. He just looks at it as, well, I've got two. I've got Lulu, who's my woman, and I've got Poppy, who's my princess. And through his actions, through his blunt dialogue and dominance and his beer can-sized dick, he's gonna prove it. Yeah, you heard me right, beer can-sized. Yep, that is exactly the words that were used. Unquote. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. So what worked? If you like Alphaholes, this is a series for you. This whole series about Alphaholes. The whole purpose of the Barnetts is they have this love at first sight kind of story. Their dad met their mom and knew in an instant that she was it, and he did everything in his power to keep her, to claim her. Had 7 kids, all boys, and all were gigantic man whores until they found the girl. And it was an instantaneous attraction every single time. And Penn has seen it happen 3 other times, so he knows it's real and he's ready. And his alpha hole comes the fuck out hardcore when he lays eyes on Lulu. Oh my God. The dominance there. The dirty talk. Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. All the fucking way. So many good lines. And he does something that I love. I love when the hero says what he's going to do in dirty talk, and then you actually see it played out. This author does this, and I love it. I love it. It's so good because it makes me very, very happy. I'm auditorily excited. I'm physically excited. Let's go to town. Thank God it's rechargeable. Yep. Yep. I was also on vacation when I started this book, so you damn well know I was having a good fucking time. Thank you. With my hubby. Yeah. Anyway. I really liked the alpha hole. Like, I like alpha holes. They don't serve a purpose in every book, but this series is designed for them. So, going back to that trigger of sexual assault, I knew going in that that was going to happen. So that's why I'm so kind of cavalier about it. In real life, if a guy did this, fucking douche. Douchebag. But in my books, completely fucking fine. And I love it. And I like Penn. Penn has been my favorite for a while. I like Penn. I like him a lot. Even in the other books, when I got to see him a little bit, I liked him. I think he's probably the most asshole of them all in normal personality, but when he got to Lulu, it was tenfold, and I fucking loved it. And his dirty talk, man, oh my God, so good. And he's a mechanic, so you know he's good with his hands and his fingers. Yes! Yeah. Yep, sure is. Anyway, another thing I really liked about this story is in every other installment, the girl is obviously like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you? But this heroine, she was a spitfire because Penn did not, quote, want easy submission. He liked to fight for it, and she gave a fucking fight in the beginning. Oh my God, it was awesome. Not only did she physically fight him, she also mentally did it. She's a spitfire. She used her words, she used her brain, she used every trick in the book, and I thought it was great because sometimes she one-upped him. She shut him the fuck up and shut him down, and he had to sit there and take it, and I thought it was great. I loved Lulu. I thought she was awesome. Bad choice of names for your kid, but still, loved it. Loved her a lot, and I love the fact that she made such a huge point in the beginning of the book when this whole scenario started to make a huge point saying, this is fucking insane. This is sexual assault. This is illegal. I'm a lawyer. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Why are you all acting like this is just normal? Like, just the Barnetts can do whatever the fuck they want. This is wrong. I loved it. I loved that it was so vocal with her, and Penn just like sat there like, you're so cute when you're angry. I'm like, oh my God, yes, this is great. I had a great time with him. I did. I really did. I also don't know when this is going to happen, but I like the setup for a future novel. We get to deal with another brother that we don't get to see a lot of, and we find out that this love at first sight thing can be broken. So I like this angle that it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to work out. So I'm anxious to read his book to find out how Gemma Weir goes about a second chance at this love at first sight, possession, all-consuming angle that she's developed so well in this series. I'm excited about that, and it was perfectly placed. It was perfectly timed. This was the installment to do it because of who our heroine was. It was a conversation between our heroine and this brother. And I don't want to tell you the brother because I don't want to spoil the series for you. So it was a conversation between these two, and she was the right heroine to say it to. Because if you look at the other heroines, one, start, you know, opening the whole series, you gotta have something like kind of crazy. The second one, she had bigger fucking fish to fry because that guy looked shit fucking insane, and holy shit, and he needs to still fucking apologize. But we get to see them again, and he gets owned a little bit. Serves you right. And then the other one was just too meek to really understand this concept of the other side of the fence. I really enjoyed Lulu, her character, her demeanor, her stance on things, because even when the romance started and she started to develop feelings, she still held strong. She still tried to hold on to control. And I like the fact that she was the one that this story got put on. So I feel like we're going to see her again later on in the series help fruition this story. So I really liked this kind of previous element. The other series has never had these. There are some brief tie-ins, but they're not, I don't know if this is the next book. It might not be the next book. It's just a drop. And I like the fact that it wasn't immediate, that I know it's going to be about this next character. It could be, I'm not for sure. I didn't look ahead, but I don't think it is. Because I feel like it's going to be one of those things that she just sits with and lets marinate for a while, and then we're going to get that culmination. So I really enjoyed that she used this different technique. I think it was a perfect time in the series, for sure. As much as I love Penn, and I love my Barnetts, and I love my mountain men, my little lumber snacks that they are, there's some stuff in this book that didn't work. And one of them bothered me immensely. So our heroine, like I said, she had gone to law school, but when the whole surrogacy thing happened, she never took the bar. All she has to do is take the bar, okay? And she chose not to. And there was multiple times a story where conversations came up about it, and it was asked, is that something you want to do? And she said eventually one day. Yes, one day. But it was just talk. It was never followed through, and that bothered me. Because I feel like Lulu's character deserved that. I feel like she deserved it. I feel like Penn was the guy that would let her shine like that. Even for as dominant as he was, even for as hands-on as he was, he knew she was smart. He knew she was driven. He knew what she was capable of. He knew how strong and hardworking she was. I kind of wish I would have at least seen the start of it instead of a complete different path that was taken. That kind of bothered me because I feel like that was a miss for Lulu. I think it would have just made her even better of a heroine because she was already one of my favorite heroines so far because of her demeanor. Probably because mostly she reminds me most of myself, but I enjoyed her, and I just feel that was a miss for her. I really wish I would have seen her with that. Granted, she's happy with the life that she's chosen and the choice, and I applaud that, But it would have been nice for her to get the dream that she originally wanted. That she worked so hard for. It would have been nice. And then it would have been a nice big F you to that piece of shit boss. Which is the other fucking thing. There were some unanswered questions in this book. One in particular, her boss. Why was she such a bitch? Like, seriously. It mentions that she doesn't like the Barnetts because she tried for them one time and they, like, turned her down. Really? So she's that big of a bitch because she got turned down one time? Really? No? They made her to be something almost like a catalyst for an argument. So I don't know if we're going to see her again, but I don't know when you would. I can't foresee bringing her in again, but who knows? Who knows? But I didn't quite understand that and why she had to be so bitchy. I really didn't get it because Penn didn't like her either. He just thought she was a bitch. All right. So there was a little bit more unanswered questions about insignificant facts, but they were significant enough to spend time to give the character a name, give her a demeanor, give her a backstory, but you do nothing with her. That's a really cool technique, but you haven't used it yet, and I don't know if I like it in this series. Because this is a straight smut series, guys. Let's be honest. This is all about the dirty duck. Oh, yeah. The other thing that kind of bothered me was the total acceptance of the Barnett's behavior. Like, I get that it's like the common thread that once the Barnett loves you, their love is fierce and all-consuming, and people just kind of accept it. What? It's like they're the untouchables, and they can do no fucking wrong, and that pisses me off. Because no. I liked Lulu because she fought it. Eventually she succumbs to it, but like, all the people are like, oh, it's Penn. Yeah, he's harmless. Bitch, he just manhandled me in the fucking parking lot, and I don't know this fucking dude's name. He's not harmless. He's also a giant. They're all lumber snacks, okay? Every single one of them. Huge. Especially this one. We get graphic descriptions of him. Graphic. Beer can. With. Get the fuck out. Yeah. In all the other books, you don't see as much of the townsfolk as you do in this one. And it just kind of bothered me that the whole town just like, it's the Barnetts. They're fine. I'm sorry, what? Really? Are they? But I do like the fact that they made fun of their house because now it's like a compound. I thought that was kind of funny, actually. I was like, yeah, well, at least you're getting to that kind of, you know, level there. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You know, it's bad for you and you almost might get pregnant. Because, yeah. And what also didn't work was obviously the third act breakup. That one was called really, really early. And it could have been avoided if people just opened their fucking mouths. So, I know people don't like talking about their exes and people they've been with their current partners. There's a reason that you do that. Okay? There's a reason to ask those fucking questions because you're sharing bodily fluids with these people. You slept with this person, which means I'm tied to you in some way, shape, or form. Whether this bitch is crazy, this bitch is pregnant, or this bitch has something. I'm fucking tied to you now because of it. And you could have fucking told me because I don't like her and she doesn't like me. Again, another unanswered question. We don't really have a legit reason why she's so fucking psycho. But the third act breakup was really, really obvious. I mean, we knew it within the first 2 fucking chapters. Like, you saw it coming. And it would have been nice if I hadn't. So. As for spice rating, this one tracks up the chili peppers. It's a 4 chili pepper. The graphic language alone brought this to a 3. The dirty talk, man. This is a dirty talk recommendation if there ever was one. Holy shit. It was awesome. By the way, I also listened to this on audiobook. I will put the audiobook narrators here. I got to write them down. But they're right here. Fantastic performance. Thoroughly enjoyed them. This guy. Yes. Got the gravel. Got it. Yeah, he got it. He's good. He's good. I like him. I liked him for Penn. But yeah, Dirty Talk, man, I was dripping. And it wasn't because I was in the ocean. Nope. This book was very, very hot. Very, very hot. We see oral, we see vaginal, and we see anal sex with a very endowed hero, which made for those sex scenes really interesting and slightly painful in some periods. Like, just some of the description, I'm like, okay, look, I understand there's people actually out there like that, but damn. Damn. Like, I've seen porn with that, okay? I have. And I'm just like, how? I know a baby can, what? Ugh, oh, ow. And whose jaw? Really? Whose jaw I've got a fucking big mouth, okay? I do. I'm straight up honest about it. But even me, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, what the fuck? And I tried. I fucking tried. And round of applause for this bitch. Okay, round of applause for her. Because I just was like, what the fuck? I'm like, how? How do you detach your jaw? Unless you, are you a snake? Because you have to be. Like, you literally had to be a snake to fucking do that. It was crazy. Lot of intricate positions. I think one reason why I enjoyed the sex scenes book is because so much of the dirty talk, because it kind of overrode the having to write the physicality of this scene because of how she wrote her male character. But I did enjoy the constant, like, I'm only halfway in. She can only take me so far. I don't really care if I hurt her. She's kind of sore. I need to be really nice because, you know, it hurts for normal girls. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, the fuck what? Are you kidding me right now? It was interesting. The sex scenes were interesting to read and to listen to, just because of the endowment that she gave our hero. Which, by the way, biggest of all of them so far. Yeah, so I like Penn. And then, of course, the dominance talk. I just, even in the non-sexualized scenes, dope, loved it. And I loved the fact that we saw so many orgasms. Just like, it was just an orgasm explosion. Like, like I said, these people should be dehydrated and the like dried up corn husks because of the amount of liquid they expelled in this book, but they are super hydrated. Super hydrated. So kudos to you. For Chili Peppers. Have a good time with this series. It was nice to visit my boys again. But if you do not like Alphaholes, don't read this series because they're all like that. But if you want some good dirty talk, Penn's your guy. If you like well-endowed heroes, he's really your guy. If you like single moms, there you go. So yeah, but it was nice to visit all the families again, and I'm excited to continue with this series. So when the next audiobook drops, I definitely will be picking it up. I just feel like I'm going to physically listen to all these books just because who doesn't love a raspy lumbersnack's voice in your ear telling you to get down on all fours and take it? I mean, seriously, who doesn't? But that is what I worked on in week 31. That's what I completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys all soon with another video. Till then, I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck that fits. I don't even know. I'll see you later, guys.